Guys, welcome back to another video. Today is the spring game, even though it doesn't look like it's a spring game because there's some snow out on the field. But today is the day. It's the first game. Even though it's a spring game, it's a scrimmage. It is the first action in the Coach Prime era. And it's sold out, a packed house. They don't care about the snow. I think the fans out there, they're used to the snow anyway, so the snow is not going to matter. I was watching some of the people out there, they're tailgating. Everything looks festive, and it's some excitement out there. It's like a culture shift out there with this football team. I think they can feel like some winning is coming. And so Coach Prime, he looks excited. He's ready to go. And we're going to get a chance to look at the team today, the new look at the team. We're going to look, they're going to show some glimpse of plays. Even though the team that we're going to see now is not the complete team. We're not going to see the complete team until probably midsummer. And, you know, they go to training camp because, you know, the team is going to have a break in the summer, early part of the summer, even though they're probably going to stay at school to work out together. But there's going to be more commitments coming in. High school players, they're graduating. They're going to be coming to Boulder. So you're going to really see the complete team around midsummer and heading to training camp, getting ready for that first game against TCU. But yeah, man, the fans seem excited. Let me just play this news article really quickly.
ESPN and its new head coach Deion Sanders debut in front of a sold-out crowd. A lot of hype around this game. Let's get straight out to our very own Gabby Easterwood, who's in Boulder this morning. And you said, did I hear you saying that there are already fans making their way to the stadium this morning?
Yeah, Ashley, you heard me right when we were talking to my producer earlier this morning. We saw some people walking out and they were talking to us and looking at the weather beast, which we have with us this morning. And they were saying, we are ready for today's game. And I said, we still have about 4.5 hours until the game even starts, but you can tell that Coach Prime effect is definitely taking effect here this morning. A lot of people excited to see those players on the field this morning, again, for this sold-out game. But this is not the only sold-out thing that has to do with the Buffs this season. Those season tickets are also sold out for this year, the first time since 1996. And this team hasn't even snapped a football yet, guys. Now, Coach Prime, again, coming in hot, and he has hyped up the product that will be on the field today. And yesterday, we got a chance to come out as well just to see how the city and the school were prepping for the game. The CEO of Boulder's Chamber of Commerce said he's ready for today and just the long-term impact this team will have on Boulder and CU itself.
So excited, enthusiastic about Coach Prime, who he is as an individual, as a football coach, and just who he has meant, what he has meant for our community.
Sales exploded for Coach Prime stuff, and they still are exploding.
Now, another just fun tidbit to show you how big today's game is going to be. They gave out 310 press credentials for today's spring game when they only normally give out 30 to 60. So, you know, a lot of people are excited about today's game. Again, it's going to be airing on ESPN, and a lot of people are already heading into the stadium. So if you have tickets, you might want to be getting here fairly soon.
That is the Prime effect, guys. That is the Prime effect. They gave out over 300 and so press tickets, and they said they usually give out even just half of that. But I think they said about 60 of that. But that is the Prime effect. And also the money is coming in. The merchandise is selling out. The players are going to get a chance to prove themselves today in front of the crowd. This is something for the players, right? The players, for those that's on the fence, they don't know if they're going to make the team or not. Today is the day. They can go out there and show out, put on a good showing, and in hopes of making the team. For those that's on the fence or those that are trying to seek a scholarship, you know, they have some walk-ons, and today is the day for them to be on center stage in front of the fans. It's exciting. And like I said, I started following Colorado football just because of Coach Prime. And he's bringing all of the excitement, the hype with him. And so, yeah, I'm going to be watching the game. I'm not going to be calling the game because, you know, for copyright reasons, I can't show it. But it's going to be on ESPN. They're the only team that's featured on ESPN today as far as the spring game. So that's exciting. All eyes are going to be on them. A lot of other schools are going to be watching as well. Here's my point. for those that left the team, this could have been your opportunity to audition for the other teams. Like, let's say if you may not make the team, but you may, this is an opportunity because the world, the country is watching. You could be auditioning for another team. But anyway, everybody has their own decisions to make on why they didn't play in the spring game, and they decided to hit the transfer portal. Me personally, I probably would have waited till after this game and didn't hit the transfer portal. If I had intentions on going to another school and hitting the transfer portal, I would have showed out in this game just to give the opportunity. You know, it's just free press to give the other the other teams around the country the opportunity to see me play. But anyway, I'm going to be watching the game. I'll probably make a video afterwards just to talk about some of the things I saw on the field and things like that. But drop a comment below. Let me know how you feel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.